why do we need to move on, man? As y'all know or don't know, whatever, Halo is my favorite game franchise of all time. So this one is an interesting one for me to watch. See what he talking about.
Warning. I've detected multiple
All right, Wheezy.
ships on approach. I recommend moving into those areas.
Video gamers across the country are anxiously awaiting the midnight release of a game called Halo 2.
45 minutes and counting for Halo 2
Classic.
to go on sale. Everyone here tonight.
Man, don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started, because I could talk about Halo for an hour straight, bro. Don't get me started, bro. And what it means, how it shaped the gaming industry. Don't get me started.
Join Halo fans all over the world to make the launch of Halo 3 the biggest day in entertainment history.
I miss these releases. We need to bring these kind of releases back. We need to bring these releases back.
As it is right now, it needs a lot of work. Halo 4 is the worst Halo of all time.
We had an entire franchise with established enemies and weapons and an established art style, and 343 just undid all of it.
Halo Infinite is dead. It is a shell of a game that it could have been.
Better times.
Halo has been in a weird state. For how long it's been, it's gone through the absolute best times a game can experience, but also the very worst that anyone could ever witness. To see something so high fall so terribly hard, you must realize there's going to be people that will stick by what they loved until the very end. A game like Halo earned a person's loyalty through what can be some of life's simplest joys.
Look at that, look at that.
Classic. I wish I was able to go to like
They carved out permanent memories with
LAN
friends
parties and
family,
shit.
allowed bonds to be made in places that weren't possible before. It told a historical story. And I'm not talking about the campaign. I'm talking about the Halo story. The impact it had on society and what it did for people.
Facts.
During its peak, I'd argue it's one of the best investments you could have made because of the value you could gain from it. What I see a lot of nowadays is the split communities consisting of either die-hard Halo fans or the newer ones that are all for moving on. And since the moving on to newer titles and content hasn't been going so well, I think it's fair to ask, why do lots of Halo fans hang on dearly to the past?
Because, man, that was the golden age. It's the same thing with Call of Duty, right? Like Modern Warfare 2, 3, the first Black Ops 2. Like that span, classic after classic, like banger after banger. You know what I'm saying? Halo CE, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach. Banger after banger. Yes, Halo started to decline with Halo 4, but I personally liked Halo 4. I'll say it. I think Halo 4 gets a lot of undeserved hate. I don't know where it came from. I personally enjoyed Halo 4. I think they tried to implement some new things into Halo with Halo 4, and people just was not used to it. It was different. It was, you know, the sprint and all that stuff. Well, sprint was actually in Halo Reach, but you get what I'm saying. They were trying some different shit with 4, but I honestly enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, had some great custom games in there. Like, I had a lot of fun on Halo 4. The campaign to me wasn't bad either, to be honest. But I will still say that I noticed the difference in Halo 4 and the decline, because it just seemed like they didn't really know what the fuck they were doing with like the playlists. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have the MLG stuff. I don't even know if they really had esports for Halo 4 like that. I think in the beginning they did, and then it just like vanished. I don't know what happened. Like, they did not stay with it. It definitely didn't have the esports presence that Reach had or Halo 3 had or even Halo 2. So I think that was where the decline started happening. Yeah, but like I said, that span of those bangers, that's why people hang on to the past. Because you think about those days and in just gaming period in the gaming industry back then, you felt like the developers put their soul into the games. There's no soul in these games a lot. Like recent games, newer games, it's all about money. It's all about microtransactions. It's all about how can we sell this game and make more money. We can sell it for a price, right? Let's sell it for $70, $100, $80, whatever. But how can we keep making money off of it too? And it's become a machine instead of a passion project. And that's where you see a lot of games starting to go as far as quality, because it's all about the money on now, and they're not caring about their passion. They're not caring about the quality of the game. You know what I mean? That's why we hang on dearly to the past. Because how with technology, I know I'm yapping, but how with technology, as technology is advancing, how are these amazing game franchises declining? You know what I mean? Like, how is that? People don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, you killed me, didn't you, Dan? You son of a bitch!
Fun, quality experience, options, different things to do,
For a lot
different
of us,
modes to
it
play.
felt like everyone was playing Halo. At the very least, everyone at least knew of it with how much of a name it was making for itself in the media and with their marketing. But facing facts is realizing most gamers nowadays haven't even touched Halo or really know what it could possibly mean.
Not to
someone like
mention,
me,
and
who is now
I
mostly
was just talking about the PvP. We're not even mentioning the stories, the campaigns. There, to me personally, there is not a better story campaign in a first-person shooter better than Halo. Call me crazy. There isn't. You tell me what that is. Put it in the comments. If there is a shooter that has a better storyline than Halo, tell me. Could be your opinion. This is my opinion. There isn't. It don't exist. Halo's story was crazy. You know what I mean? Halo 2, or the first Halo, from Halo Combat Evolved to Halo 2 to Halo 3, even Reach Gold. And like I said, Halo 4, that campaign was fire to me. Okay. Halo 5, that's when shit got iffy for me, per se. Mixed opinions, everybody got them. Halo 5 to me is when, you know what I mean? The campaign, to me, that one has the worst campaign. For sure.
Nostalgia that holds our most treasured memories in the franchise will most likely never be more than just that. That's something you can't really force
I'm
onto
just,
the newer generation or get through to
this is
people's
one game
heads
I've
no
always
matter
been
how hard
passionate
you
about.
try. Because it's an emotional connection that you truly just have to be there for to share it with someone else. But if it's something for the past and for people that are just getting older and older,
Yeah.
why do longtime fans have to keep talking about it and trying to bring back those glory days? Why can't we just let it be? My reason for being so vocal is because the franchise decided to keep going. And with that, I'd keep going.
You ain't killing me. You ain't killing me. Shit. Fuck you. Grenade. Oh my god, he's doing that!
This is what Halo looks like to me. This is what it's supposed to be all about.
Oh my god, those are my legs! Oh my god, yes, yes!
People coming together, making some of the really bad days feel just a little less bad. Everyone has their stories with this franchise, what it's done for them, and the impact that has been left with them and leading them to videos like this. This is what I believe to be around the best times in gaming. But what does it matter anymore?
Facts.
when the producers come over and
It was a
pry our hands from the
time.
keyboard and say, okay, you can't touch it anymore. We've got to start manufacturing these discs. I think that's the point where we're gonna have to stop, and that's gonna be the end of it.
People are like, God damn, like it's so cool to fight the hunter, except then this grunt guy came over, and wouldn't it be cool like if he could jump up on the hunter's back and do this or that, or you know, whatever. And you're like, let's go do it.
Every day I see something brand new that it blows me away. I'm like, gosh, how did you guys do that? It's really neat stuff. It excites me, makes me do better work, makes all these other guys do better work. They're really excited about it.
The best part of working Halo 1 was at the
Yeah,
end.
man, they put their heart and soul into that shit.
Come in and play the game, and you know, that's your
The
work.
scenery, just everything,
Test the game.
the maps.
And I'll just tell him that I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to see all the work that we've done, put it in the game and play it.
The sci-fi
When I
universe
look into
they
the
created.
documentary footage involving the process of making Halo, it really kind of inspires me and makes me want to be a part of that team. It's a group of people having fun in what they do and fully believing in delivering a satisfying experience for us on all ends. How are they giving us a fully fledged campaign with 4-player co-op?
I believe you, Joe. So today,
A stack full of multiplayer modes, a creative outlet to make whatever you wanted in Forge, a
Crazy.
theater mode to store our most prized clips,
Crazy.
and considerably one of the best gaming
A
soundtracks
theater
of
mode.
all time in one
On top
game
of all that.
in 2007.
And the music.
What game even
Forgot
brings
about
all
that.
on day one anymore?
Forgot about
Looking
that.
at the environment of the original makers of Halo,
That's why I say, bro, like, Halo can't be fucked with. People need to put respect on Halo's name. Like, it's crazy to me how Halo has been slandered so much lately because of the direction that devs took. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, you think about these days, you talking about move on already. Come on, bro. It's classic. It's classic. Everything about the game classic. The music, the modes, the campaign, the story, the characters, the Master Chief. You know what I'm saying? Like,
comparing it to the group nowadays, they just look like they're in two totally different worlds. Two totally different games with now two totally different fan bases.
I just don't want the actor to blow through the page and give me exactly what I want. I want the actor to go through the page, give me what I want, be inspired, and then launch off into some crazy realm.
Hello, I am 343 Guilty Spark. I am the monitor of Installation 04.
This will save me from the storm, but you will be consumed. The universe is full of cold, hard facts, and this is one of them.
Chief, we've got a problem. I have come to kill you.
My eyes! Oh my! Where am I being taken?
The past does matter, and the years that Bungie was responsible for Halo,
Classic.
It left a mark on players, like a really big one. It brought us some of the biggest fans. It established foundations and brewed a successful formula. I will talk about the past highly because we failed somewhere along the way. At some point, Halo stopped being itself, and that gives reason to fans like me to voice our very vocal opinions. One example is the changing experience of our campaigns.
Alright, talk to me.
I will never forget the times of staying up entire nights just to play through the Halo
I will
campaigns
say,
with friends. Forgetting about multiplayer for right now,
the
campaign experience is more
first
than just a
Halo,
story.
Halo 2,
is
Halo
its
3
own arena of
campaign,
fun,
and Halo
regardless
Reach.
of it being a linear experience.
Best
You usually
campaigns
have your buddies on the couch next to you or some online
in the
pal.
entire franchise.
This was a
Best,
time when
like
story
top of the
mode,
top.
co-op, and the gameplay itself was all still being a high priority.
With
Even
Halo
though we
2,
get a story
Halo
that
2
is
might be
serious
at my
and is
number
quite
one.
impactful to the player,
The Halo
it
2 is
isn't
at my
afraid to
one.
Sacrifice some of that to create a fun experience while you learn more about what's going on. Think about it. Let's compare a Halo 2 campaign to a Halo 4 campaign. These were two campaigns with a story.
You should be
that was
comparing to Halo
generally
5,
pretty
buddy.
well accepted. So where do the differences between the two come in? How about these guys?
Sir, I know you saw me standing here.
Well, at least I can always shoot myself.
Ow, sir! Ain't nothing we. Ah! Is this your way of extending the game? No regrets, boy. I know you have feelings for me, but we need to work this out at some other time.
Hey, I'm wearing your mom's bra.
When taking a step back and looking at the idea of having whimsical NPCs, you might think that it would hardly affect the experience. But remember, this is more than just a story experience. This is where a game becomes better than a movie or a book. Not only are we getting hand-fed cutscenes and subtle details about what's going on in our universe, but we're playing a game at the end of the day. It has to be fun and have its own charm. And one of the things that fills the world a lot is the characters.
Oh, you've got issue with me performance. Prefer we have rational adult conversation.
I want to see my Marines shooting dead bodies.
That's funny.
I have to stop making fun of you.
That shit was ahead of his time, man.
And I want to hear them say something absolutely absurd here and there.
Now roll over. I want to make this even. And seriously, better luck next time.
Not when we get in a campaign like Halo 4 where they're all kind of generic and have nothing unique about them.
Stand near the crates, but don't ever move them.
Right. Right. If anybody even looks at the crates, that's a violation.
Oh yeah.
It's not just the NPCs, it's everything else, like an established art style, an established music theme. Halo Infinite definitely returned a lot of this closer to this form, but it's still far from getting that charm back. I just miss being able to do Halo things with buddies. I only ever feel inclined to play for the story, rather than to enjoy the campaign experience with a friend or two.
Yeah, I don't know why they dropped Infinite without co-op campaign. Took them too long to bring that shit.
During such a pivotal time in all of gaming, there was a connection being developed. Gamers weren't just pressing buttons and completing objectives anymore. No matter how satisfying the gameplay was, no matter how compelling the art style was, no matter how iconic the weapons were, none of that would have ever have gained the same fame without the social connections being made. Imagine no one talking.
I missed them custom game lobbies, man.
No theater mode, no split screen,
I missed them.
no one raging, and especially no one laughing. Imagine it was only you playing, rarely any opportunities to meet anyone. The highest moments in the game with no one reacting to it. It suddenly becomes dull, and after a bit of time, it doesn't matter how well the game looks or plays, it will die so very quickly and never give reason for people to become so heavily attached to something that will eventually be of the past. But in those that experienced it, it will always continue to make an impact, continue to influence other creations, and in some way, always live on. This is what I think gives the biggest reason for Halo fans to have such a distaste for a game like Halo Infinite. In reality, a lot of what we loved is there. We have the art style and music theme back, some iconic weapons and even their style back, some classic maps in rotation, and a campaign with a little more charm in the NPCs and a decent story. While some of those aspects have its flaws and may never be as good as the older Halo,
I do feel like Halo Infinite was a decent Halo game. I think it was much better than Halo 5. Campaign was solid. I enjoyed the campaign. The PvP had a rough launch, and honestly, I think that's what really messed up Infinite was the launch. Had a bad launch, man. Rough launch, a lot of bugs and performance issues, and it just turned people off. And it was never fully able to recover. And I think that was a major issue for Halo Infinite. Since then, there have been a lot of improvements to the game. They revitalized it, but it was never really able to get those player numbers that a game like Halo should have. You know what I mean? So that was unfortunate. But I think the PvP was solid. Once they, you know, updated it and stuff like that and fixed the issues, I think the PvP was solid. The esports has been phenomenal to me. I think the esports, Halo Infinite, or the Halo Championship Series for Halo Infinite has been fire. Those matches have been crazy. You know, Worlds, the World Championships this weekend, I will be watching. The campaign was great, so those two things not bad, but like I said at launch, left a bad taste in people's mouths. And on top of that, just the stupid change. Like, I don't even know if they had Forge at launch. I don't know if they'd have Forge at launch, and they didn't have couch co-op. They didn't have split screen. They didn't have co-op at all. I don't think until later. Or I could be wrong on that, but I know there was something with the co-op in the campaign not being at launch that turned a lot of people off too. That pissed a lot of people off, and it was stupid. So I don't know why those changes were made. That kind of hurt Infinite, but overall, right now, Infinite's a good game. It's a good game, good Halo game. In my opinion, it was better than Halo 5.
Praise from fans, but yet the game gets hated on. Newer and older fans are beefing and don't understand where each other is coming from. And as of right now, we still haven't fully answered on why fans cling to the past. Remember Reach? Do you honestly remember the controversy behind this game? Sprint completely changing the flow of the game? Other new Spartan abilities ruining the experience from what we had in the original trilogy? A more washed out look compared to Halo 3? The last Bungie game. Yet maybe Bungie wasn't making this the perfect send off after all. There is much controversy. Honestly, I think it compares a lot to the way Infinite was received with its gameplay and mechanics. And maybe that's a little hard to see or understand, because at the end of the day, Reach is highly praised and cherished. Despite all those opposing opinions from the fans of Halo 3, the game is memorable and seen in a very good light. The biggest difference maker between Reach
I understand that around that time when it came out, I didn't give a damn. I was just happy to be playing.
Forgetting about the flaws of Halo Reach, the one part where it didn't make a mistake was that social experience.
I remember playing this.
That was still all it kept.
This shit was crazy.
Instilling a good reflection when looking back at that game. Many memories were made and shared with the gaming world. And in the moment, you enjoyed yourself. And you knew if a moment was going to be one for the memory books. This may be different for you, but I look at Infinite and don't have many moments from it. Everything I've done has already faded away since first playing 2 years ago. It just felt like a game with a good story and decent gameplay. It felt like after watching the E3 trailers, that there was a chance to make something iconic once again, and for people to have flooding memories in the years to come after launch. But in the fun moments I do get from Halo Infinite, it still feels empty. I don't feel close enough to the game to be compelled to play it in my free time. Reach, flaws and all, and me even having a disliking for the direction they went in from Halo 3, I still loved. And I think that to the people.
Reach is a classic. It's a classic. It was a different style, art style and all that, but
I think we really underrate the
still
power
a classic.
of socializing in video games. I don't think many people will ever remember Infinite in the same way they remember Reach because of the social capabilities alone.
Yeah, that's true. One thing I love about Reach, I'll tell you what I loved about Reach. Campaign was fire, of course, but what I loved about Reach was that there was so many different game modes to play. Like, I don't know if people like think about that compared to what we have right now in Infinite. That's why it pisses me off when they do all this rotational shit, rotational playlists. I hate that, because in Reach there was everything you can think of, and it was not rotational. It was in the game to stay. There was a lot of different game modes, and I feel like the more options, the better. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot. You had a lot of different things to play in Reach, and that's what I enjoyed the most about it. From firefight to all the crazy PvP modes, and fun social games, and the custom games, and all of that, bro. Like you couldn't beat the value that Reach gave, even with the custom firefight shit you can do, and have custom settings on firefight enemies, bro. It was crazy the amount of shit you can do in Reach. And that's why, you know, Reach is one of the ones.
So why do Halo fans cling on to the past? I think the simplest answer in all of this is that we built something back there in that period of time. A very strong-willed community and many nostalgic memories that we just want to see the opportunity for that.
We've never seen that many options again in a Halo game since Reach.
Made to be a fun game, just as I believe it is today. But then to make it truly fulfilling, they needed one core ingredient that feels everything the game stood behind, and that was the social presence. And I don't think that's lacking in just Halo. I think that's lacking in all of gaming. I think socialness is a lost art and hard to find nowadays in video games. And Halo
I can see it.
is known to be one of the best at it, focusing so much effort onto that social experience. I believe that's what made it so fun when paired with the gameplay, but also what made players like me, and most likely you, get back onto that game every single day that you could. So while Halo has many things to define its charm, I think the biggest void is that huge empty feeling, making an online game like Halo feel so lifeless.
Wheezy, man. Not bad. It wasn't a bad video. It was a good video you put together. It was a good video you put together. I don't know, chat. It's like you do get to a point as time goes on, like, yeah, you need to move on, but I think we just want the games to be great still. You know, we still want to relive those moments. It's like, well, why does, you know, somebody, all right, just say this, let me crazy. Why does a crackhead get high? They trying to feel that first high again. You know what I mean? They trying to feel that high again. They trying to, you know, they trying to get that first high. And with this, it's like you remember the nostalgia moments. You remember, like, throughout that whole video was a bunch of audio of people laughing, playing the custom games, having a good time. That's why people can't move on, because people think about those moments. They think about those times, and then they compare it to the new shit that's coming out. And if they're not getting that feeling or those moments from that game, then they automatically go back to the old shit and say, oh, well, you know, the new shit still ain't fucking with the old shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's always that comparison, because we're not getting anything better. Halo Infinite is a good game. It's a good Halo game. Is it better than Reach? Is it better than Halo 3, Halo 2? No, it's not. It might be neck and neck with 4, in my opinion. Okay, because 4 where 4 fucked up for me was no firefight. That really pissed me off. How you go from Halo Reach to Halo 4 and not have firefight? That really grinded my gears. You know what I'm saying? Like, that pissed me off. They had the Spartan Ops shit. It was alright. It was cool. It was like another side story, but still, you could have gave us Spartan Ops and firefight. No bullshit. Right? So I don't know what they was thinking there, but you know, so I would put Halo Infinite and Halo 4 kind of in a similar category. Halo 5, no. I might get some flack for that. A lot of people felt Halo 5 was good, especially the PvP. I didn't understand why we needed to switch out the BR for the pistol starts. I don't know what that was about. I have no idea. Then they had that one elimination game mode that they were really pushing. I forgot what it was called. But then they just did away with that because I guess people weren't liking it or something like that. I don't know. I thought the game mode was straight. I thought it was alright, but they did away with it. So I don't know. I don't know. I think over time PvP grew on a lot of people, and it was okay to me. It was okay to me. I prefer Infinite's PvP over that one, and Halo 4's. So Halo 5 is at the bottom of the list for me. But it's sad to say that Halo is on a decline, or has been on a decline. And it's just one of them games that should never be on a decline. You know, it's a great game. Great game franchise, a lot of potential there. So it sucks when your favorite games, all these years later, technology's advanced, consoles perform better. You got gaming PCs that run shit crazy, and you know, all these things. And the game, you know, you start to lose, you know, you see your favorite game franchise start to lose momentum, lose fans. People now don't talk about it the same way they used to because of, you know, the recent installments that are not as good as the past ones. You know what I mean? So you see more people disrespect Halo now. They're quicker to disrespect Halo than give Halo their props. Halo should always get their props because if we being honest here, Halo changed the game. Halo shifted and pushed for the gaming industry with Halo 2. Halo 2 was like, wasn't Halo 2 like the first real game that had online multiplayer, matchmaking, and all that? I could be wrong on that. I don't know, but it definitely like pioneered that shit. Okay, I'll say okay. It was for me. Okay, it was the first game that I saw have online matchmaking where you could play with somebody from around the world, and I thought it was the coolest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have it. It was my friend. I got Halo 2 later, but I was at my friend's house. They had the shit and they had the internet hookup and all that, and they was able to play online. They showed me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I thought it was crazy. And then I'm hearing people. I'm like, "Who is that? Like, who am I?" And he's like, "Oh, there's people in the game. That's somebody else, another player." I'm like, "What, bro?" This shit tripped me out. But I thought it was amazing. I thought that shit was the coolest shit ever. Halo 2 did that. So it's like, I don't see how people could just disrespect Halo, bro, because to me, Halo 2 and Xbox Live and all that really kicked the door down for all of this online shit. That's why I put Halo up there. And I always will. They're showing the future of Halo and the next Halo game. Please don't fuck it up. Please. Because I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been hearing too many good things about it. Like, not about the Halo game specifically, but just about the background shit. You know what I mean? The behind the scenes shit. It ain't been good news. Devs that have been working on Halo for years are leaving. They're resigning. They've been fired, or they quit, or whatever the whole shit is. It just seems like a big fucking disaster over there. Like, there's no stability. There's no structure. They're outsourcing a lot of work. I'm hearing that they could be using AI now to help make the game, like all type of shit, cutting corners and shit. It just doesn't sound like, you know, they got it all together over there. So I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about the future of Halo. I am. That's my shit. I felt like it's time to move on. We need a better Halo game. Halo Infinite's cool. It's not bad, but it's time. It's time for a new one. It's been out for a minute, and I'm ready for a new one. And hopefully, with the next mainline Halo game, they get it right. I hope they get it right. it.